Live from the KWQC Broadcast Center in downtown Davenport with Morgan Otier and Kyle Keel. This is Quad Cities Live.
Today on QCL, there's a new DIY spot in the Quad Cities. We'll find out about the different workshops and opportunities available at Hammer and Stain Quad Cities. And we take you on location to Wave of Wellness. Learn the latest and greatest in hair restoration treatments available in our area. Plus, the power of connection. One local nonprofit connecting women with mentors is celebrating 9 years. We'll preview the Fuel the Fire Gala a little bit later in the show. Welcome to Quad Cities Live. It is Wednesday, September 17th. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm Kyle Keel. My co-host Morgan Otier is off. Well, as we wind down the last few days of summer and head into the fall season, you're invited to Lindsay Park in the Village of East Davenport for a celebration of art, music, food, and community at the Riverssance Festival of Fine Art. Here with a preview are Ben Goujon, Director of Community Engagement with Quad City Arts, as well as Charlotte Speck. She is a local artist taking part in this year's fair. Ben, welcome back, and Charlotte, welcome to the show.
Thanks.
We're very excited to have you both here. So Ben, let's talk about the fair because this is in its 37th year.
Yes.
Very popular event in the Village of East Davenport. Why do Quad Cities need to mark it on their calendars to be there this weekend?
Well, like you kind of alluded to, we think of it as the kickoff to the fall season. You know, it's the first weekend of fall. It's not going to be super crisp weather, temperature-wise, but it's just a really lovely outdoor weekend in the park featuring 95 amazing artists from all around the region. Yeah,
that's incredible. It's very neat to see that many people being featured right here in the Quad Cities. So if there's one thing that people can't miss this weekend, what do you think it is?
The thing that I think it makes Riverssance so unique is the variety of artists.
Yeah.
And it's different from some of the other fairs because it is a fine art fair. Mm-hmm. So you have oil painting, watercolor, sculpture, woodworking, jewelry, so many different mediums, and that variety is what I think really makes it special. You know, we have so many different artists with so many different types of art that there really is something for everyone.
Yeah, and one of those artists is Charlotte Speck. Charlotte, you're an 8th grader here in the Quad Cities, and you've been doing art for a while. In fact, you've been to the fair several times, haven't you?
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit more about your artwork.
So I do acrylics and watercolors, and I've been painting ever since I was 7 years old. And now I'm 13 years old, and this is going to be my first year at the Riverssance Fair of Fine Arts.
Yeah, so we're looking at one of your paintings right now. This is considered your favorite painting. What do you call it, and why is this one specifically your favorite?
This one's called The Little Robin. I like this one because I don't do animals as much as I do flowers, but I like this one a lot because it looks the realest to me and more realistic than the other ones.
Yeah, and speaking of flowers, we've got a few more of your pieces of artwork on display here in the QCL studio, so we'll take a look at those. What are you most looking forward to this weekend as you're putting on, really, is this your first art show?
I've been selling art on my driveway, but this is my first art show.
Is it? So you're going to be among, 90 plus other artists. How does that make you feel to be one of those artists featured?
I feel very honored that they chose me to be here, and I'm really excited to do this.
Awesome. Well, you got to check out Charlotte's art here this weekend at the Riverssance Fair. So Ben, we'll go back to you because it's more than just the art. I mean, we've got food available. There's going to also be live entertainment each day, correct?
Yep, we've got live music, we've got food vendors, also all the local businesses in the Village of East Davenport. We
got to support them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But we've got some great musicians: Lojo Russo, Mo Carter, David G. Smith, Frankie Joe and the Kinfolk, Bucktown Review, the QC Ukulele Club.
Ooh, the Ukulele Club.
Yeah.
Okay, they'll be playing too.
And they're all kind of fun and acoustic, and it's just a really great vibe out there in the park. And we've got several other artists like Charlotte, who are part of our emerging artists group of artists. And then, like I said, just incredible. The artists are the rock stars of the weekend.
They certainly are.
It's about them.
And that leads us to kind of a highlight of the weekend. It's the Harley Award, where you really honor an individual in our community who's really made an impact on local art. So can you tell us a little bit more about this year's honoree?
Yeah, this year's honoree is Carolyn Kruger. The Harley Award, it's given to someone who kind of exemplifies the spirit of Riverssance in that they are someone who may not necessarily be an artist, but are someone who is supportive of the arts or an arts educator. And Carolyn is all three of those things. She's an artist, she's an educator, and she is just a huge proponent of the arts. Reopening the Artery in Rock Island last year. She's done so much for the community of artists in the Quad Cities that it was a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, it sounds like a good person to honor here this weekend. And you can check out her honor as well as all the art happening at the Riverssance Festival of Fine Art this weekend, Saturday 10 to 5 and Sunday 10 to 4 at Lindsay Park in the Village of East Davenport. For more information, visit quadcityarts.com. Ben and Charlotte, thank you so much. And Charlotte, have fun at your first art show.
Thank you for having me today.
Of course, it's been an honor. Thank you. Well, next on Quad Cities Live, if you're looking for a team building exercise, birthday party spot, or maybe just a night out, look no further than Hammer and Stain Quad Cities. We'll take a look at what the new DIY studio has to offer coming up.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
There is a new do-it-yourself studio in the Quad Cities offering workshops where you can craft custom home decor, enjoy creative experience, and of course connect with friends. It's called Hammer and Stain Quad Cities. Penny Grunder is the co-owner of the first Hammer and Stain location in the state of Iowa, and she is joining us now to tell us all about it. Penny, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, thank you for taking the time because I'm sure you're busy because you've only been in business 6 weeks, correct?
Right.
And this has kind of been a little project that you've done with your daughter, who's the co-owner.
Yes.
How did this all get started?
We have been lifelong crafters.
Yeah.
And since she was little, we've been doing it together. And then she had a daughter who's now 6, my granddaughter Magnolia, who has now joined us as well. So we're
that's
3
awesome.
generations.
So you'll see little Magnolia probably walking around the store as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see why, because she's got all of this pretty stuff to look at and craft and make her own creation. So let's talk a little more about the workshops that you offer, because this is really a good opportunity to maybe learn a different craft or work with something that you haven't worked with before.
Absolutely. So what we've found is, as crafters, we like crafting, but we hate cleaning up the mess.
Sure.
So
that's where you come in.
Yes, you can come in and make a mess at our place.
Yeah.
And then we'll clean it up for you.
That's awesome. So you brought in a lot of examples here of the different forms of artwork that you do in these workshops. So let's talk a little bit about what you brought with us today.
Sure. So we are doing a lot with glass.
Yeah,
so we have broken glass, crushed glass with resin.
Yeah.
We use sea glass. The Grinch Christmas tree is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then
beautiful.
some more crushed glass to make faux stained glass. Resin down here to make some trinket trays.
Okay.
And also some jewelry over there. And then
the jewelry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice the jewelry. Yeah, the
Right.
jewelry is beautiful. Look at that. So if someone wants to participate in these workshops, do you have different schedules of different types of artwork that you do?
Yeah, if you go to our website, the workshops are scheduled.
Okay.
And then many Saturdays we have kind of open crafting where we have 6 or 7 different crafts that you can come in and sign up for. And we do ask for you to sign up ahead of time.
Sure.
Just because we're so new and we want to make sure we have everything on hand. We're working on scheduling some open craft days where you can just walk in.
Oh, sure. Okay. That'll be
Choose a
nice.
craft and do it.
Yeah, so this would be the perfect spot for maybe a team building, a corporate team building event, birthday parties, and I mean, you mentioned your granddaughter. She loves crafting. A lot of my kids are getting into the crafting as well, so this would be a good spot for a birthday party for a kid, right?
So we have some children's things right here.
Okay.
That they can do. She made this.
Oh, she did.
Right here, yep.
Nice job, Magnolia.
Yes.
It's beautiful.
And she made one of these and the bags. So lots of things that are kid friendly.
Okay.
And then all of this is really for any age. The older kids have to do the resin. We can't have the young kids messing with resin.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if they can glue and paste,
something as simple as that. They
can
do this.
We've got something to do.
And you encourage people to bring their own food and beverage as well.
Absolutely.
Just kind of make it an evening.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah. Birthday parties, bridal showers, baby showers.
So if someone's watching at home and they're like, you know what, I got to book an appointment, how do we do that?
Go to our website, hammerandstainqc.com, and click on book a workshop. If it's something that you would like to schedule, send us an email, and then we can set up a special workshop just for your private event.
Yeah, you've got a big space for this as well, right?
Yes, we have about 1,200 square feet.
All right, perfect. So great for any gathering. Hammer and Stain Quad Cities is located on Cumberland Square Drive in Bettendorf. It's near the Goodwill over there. You can visit hammerandstainqc.com to book a workshop or private event, or take a look at the schedule of workshops. Penny, thank you so much for stopping by today and sharing your new venture with your daughter. And it sounds like a family affair over there.
Yeah, thanks so much for having us.
Yes, of course. We appreciate it. Well, up next, the latest hair restoration treatments available in the Quad Cities. Come along with Morgan to Wave of Wellness next on QCO.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
If you're noticing thinning hair or simply want to get back the healthy fullness you once had, there's good news. The latest hair restoration treatments are changing lives, and they're available right here in the Quad Cities. We are so excited today to welcome Dr. Aman Carr, board certified physician and medical director at WOW, Wave of Wellness. Thanks so much for chatting with us today.
Thanks, Morgan.
Well, Dr. Carr, today we are talking about hair loss, which is such a personal and emotional issue for a lot of people. Why do you think it has such a big impact on people?
Well, hair is so tied to people's identity and self-image. It's not just about losing hair. It's about loss of a part of their identity and self-esteem. Hair loss can make people feel older, less vibrant, and it impacts their confidence, whether at work, in relationships, in day-to-day life.
So what are some of the different treatment options that we have now today because of technology?
Sure. Now, in the past, the treatment options were very limited, and they were topical medications or shampoos, supplements, which would only work if there is a deficiency. PRP has been used where we collect blood from patient and separate platelet-rich plasma and then inject into the scalp. Hair transplant has been available, but again, it's invasive, expensive, has downtime, and even the transplanted hair follicles sometimes don't survive.
Right.
But now the advanced science has given us non-invasive, effective options. And one of a very exciting in the field of hair restoration has been Alma-TED. Now, Alma-TED uses sound waves and air pressure to infuse powerful growth serums deep into the scalp. It's FDA approved, there is no downtime, there is no needle, and it's more than 90% effective in giving hair growth. It can be a game changer for people who are looking for options that have no downtime, that are effective and trustworthy.
Who is this treatment for? We spoke a lot about the different patients that you have worked with in the past and your experience with it. And there is a wide variety from men to women and different types of hair thinning situations. So who specifically should be really considering this?
Well, anyone who's experiencing hair thinning from any cause can benefit from Alma-TED. And to start with, we always start with identifying the root cause and we correct it. And then we offer treatments like Alma-TED.
Okay, so with Alma-TED, what is the actual process like for a patient who has chosen to get started on this, and how often do they have to have the treatment?
Alma-TED is like 20 to 30 minutes treatment. It's done monthly. There is no downtime. There is no pain. It's a very comfortable treatment. The key is to get started on time. When people look in the mirror and they notice hair loss, they have already lost around 50% of the hair. So don't wait for the right moment. Sooner you start, the better results you'll see.
That's good information to have. So yeah, if somebody is experiencing hair thinning or hair loss, it's something that they have noticed when they look in the mirror, when they brush their hair, or maybe take a shower. What should their next steps be?
Well, the first step is to call and get scheduled for the consultation. We would always like to start with a detailed assessment to identify the root cause and then make a personalized treatment plan for them and get them started for the hair restoration journey.
Here at WOW, Wave of Wellness, you have an exciting event coming up. This is going to allow people who are interested to learn a lot more about this new technology.
Yes. We have an open house on September 24th from 2:30 to 6 p.m. where there'll be presentations on hair loss and methods to prevent hair loss. There'll be live demos and refreshments. So if you are interested, please RSVP at 563-340-7015 or visit our website, wow-aesthetics.com, and RSVP.
Why do you think that these promotional events that offer information and live demos to the general public, why do you feel that they're so important?
Well, I think people need to know what is available out there. A lot of people, and especially with hair loss, I've seen that people accept it and they suffer. So our goal is to let people know that this is something that is treatable. So don't wait, don't suffer in silence. Come and learn about what is all available for you. You'll be amazed what modern science has to offer you.
Yeah. Dr. Amankar, thank you so much for chatting with us today.
Thank you.
Again, that hair restoration event at Wave of Wellness is Wednesday, September 24th from 2:30 to 6. To RSVP, you can call the phone number on your screen or visit wow-aesthetics.com. Next on QCL, we catch up with Lead Her, the nonprofit organization celebrating 9 years of connecting women with one-on-one mentorship. They're having a Fuel the Fire gala. We'll have a preview when we come back.
You're watching Quad Cities Live.
A local nonprofit organization is getting ready to celebrate 9 years of mentorship for women all across the Quad Cities, and they are celebrating with the Fuel the Fire Gala, hosted by Lead Her. The organization's executive director, Hannah Howard, and board member and gala planning co-chair, Sammy Widener, join us to talk more about this great organization and this great event that's coming up in just a few weeks. Hannah and Sammy, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, so Hannah, you've been on the show before, so remind us about Lead Her Quad Cities. I mean, this has been going on for 9 years, and you've really made a difference in women's lives here in the Quad Cities.
We have, and thank you for saying that. But we were started in 2016 by Melissa Pepper because she really saw a gap in professional development opportunities that were available for women. And she really saw that mentorship was the way that she could really have an impact for those women. Because when women have mentors, they're 5 times more likely to succeed at their roles, to be promoted. And, you know, mentorship really helps women achieve the goals they set for themselves. And so Lead Her is the mentorship program fueling career and community engagement for women in the workforce. And we do that through our Strike a Match mentorship program, which has matched 1,300 women in the Quad Cities since it started back in 2016. And we also offer events that throughout the year that are completely free, that offer professional development opportunities and networking opportunities for any women in the Quad Cities. So you don't have to be a part of the mentorship to check us out and learn what we're about. And we have women from all different backgrounds that are a part of Lead Her, and we'd love to get more women involved because it really helps women succeed.
Sure. Yeah, women supporting women. I mean, we always hear about that, and this seems to be a good way to do that. So if you're interested to learn more, maybe go to the gala that's happening here next month in just a few weeks. So Sammy, this is really the biggest event for Lead Her through the year. So it's happening October 9th, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Tell us a bit more about the gala.
So our gala is the biggest event of the year, and it's really to celebrate 9 years of mentorship this year for Quad City women. All proceeds support our mentorship program. When the event starts at 5:30, the doors will open and we will have a cocktail hour, we'll have music, we have a silent auction, we also have a wine pool that is sponsored by our friends over at Necker's Jewelers. We also have dinner, and then at 7:30 it's the main event where we do our Girl on Fire Awards.
Yeah, we'll get to the awards in just a minute, but I mean, you got a good spot this year for this, Heather.
Hannah.
Hannah, Hannah, I'm so sorry. Oh, I did it again. Hannah.
And you know what? Actually, Heather Honig-Schwenecker was our 2024 Mentor of the Year. She's going to be there at the event as well. But we are at Old Oaks Winery, which is such a gorgeous venue. They are fantastic to work with, and it really creates an intimate, special evening that's really focused on connection and celebration, of course, really focusing on celebrating the mentorship journeys that these women have been able to take part in that are a part of the Strike a Match program, and specifically focusing on a mentor of the year and a mentee of the year that have really made the most progress through their mentorship journeys.
Yeah, so let's talk about the Girl on Fire Award, because this, again, as you mentioned, Sammy, is the highlight of the evening. And you actually were surprised with the award a couple of years ago. This is your trophy right here.
Yes, it is. I was the Mentor of the Year in 2023. I was actually nominated by my mentee, Brooke, and we have just rounded out our 18-month relationship, but now we're friends and lifelong friends, and we still get together and do kind of an unofficial mentorship. But I didn't know what I was kind of missing before I signed up to be a mentor with Lead Her. I think most working women and mothers don't do things for themselves, and so this is kind of the first thing that I did for myself as a new mom. And the commitment is 1 hour a month. So you can kind of meet each other where you can, whether that's over the lunch hour on Zoom or in the evening, have lunch, and I get just as much out of it, I think, as my mentee does as well, and she's ready to be a mentor now herself.
Well, it's clear with this trophy that you certainly made a difference, and that's awesome to hear. And Hannah, real quick, we want to mention that you're looking for sponsorships as well.
Yes, this event is a wonderful opportunity to really get your business's name out in the community in front of the really amazing women, as well as the movers and shakers in the Quad Cities that are going to be at the event. We only have 70 tickets left, so we are selling out so fast this year. So I really do want to encourage businesses to reach out if they are able to. Support Lead Her and help us keep our mentorship program free.
All the information will be on our website. Thank you so much, ladies, and thank you for watching QCL. Jeopardy's coming up next.